Hey everybody, welcome back to the program. And today we're talking about the making of this wonderful new but old release. This is a brand new reimagining of these songs, Birth of the Blue. And here to talk about it is Chad, the guy, I think you're the one that kind of came up with this idea.
I can't believe it, but I think I did. I mean,
it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe after how many years from 1958 that nobody thought of this.
So like, yeah, tell me about this. Like, how did this even come about? Because for a lot of us, I mean, this is like a dream come true to think of something like this and actually make it happen. And obviously you have the resources with your companies. But yeah, take me back to the genesis of this idea.
Well, okay, so we made the Miles Davis Kind of Blue UHQR. We did 25,000 33s and they sold out. Then we made the 45 UHQR, we sold about 15,000 of those. So we're talking, there's 40,000 records of a jazz record sold in 1 year of a record that was made in 1959. Now it just happens that the Kind of Blue is the best-selling jazz record of all time. You know, doing all that work, and you know, we're friends with Vince from the estate. You know, we discovered there was the 3 songs on the Jazz Tracks album. Now, these are all in mono,
right?
You know, so it's 3 songs in mono. They add other songs, just haphazard kind of to me.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, you realize there's 4, the Kind of Blues 5. This group is the biggest selling album. Most of the people, if not all, are no longer with us.
Right.
And there's 4 more songs from them supergroup that hasn't been put together in the quality that it should be and represented to the public.
Yes.
So what I did is I kept taking it a step further. Like I said, I always try to improve on an idea or think of everything we can do.
Yeah.
I have a great graphic designer named James Wolfe. It's like, hey, James, let's make it look time period appropriate.
And I really appreciate that.
All right, let's make it look like if they were to come out with it when they should have came out with it.
Right.
Let's make it look like that. Well, this, how we're going to come up with it? What's the title?
Right.
Okay. Okay. Blue, Kind of Blue, Birth of the Cool, which was before.
Mm-hmm.
And then these 4 songs are before the 5.
Right.
They're about 8-9 months before. Now it's the same studio, same musicians.
Right.
So Birth of the Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, when I come up with that, I'm like, I mean, listen, like Hubert Sumlin, Howlin' Wolf guitar player, told me one time, I ain't no genius. You know, I ain't no genius. But, you know, I spent a little time thinking about it and it came.
Yeah.
Then we're like, okay, we're gonna do it on the anti-scuff jacket. You know, this is an anti-scuff matte.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
which is the highest quality, the nicest feel, the longest lasting, it won't scuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so we made it look time appropriate. Who do we hire liner note? Well, Ashley Kahn wrote the book on Kind of Blue. Hey, Ashley, this is what we want to do. Oh, great idea.
Yeah.
You know, and he writes the liner explaining everything I just said. He explains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got the best liner note writer for Miles Davis. We got a good title. We got a good idea. Now we need the master tape. Well, Sony's not letting the master tapes out anymore, you know?
Wow.
Right, so this was a 3-track recording. Okay, so to cut records from a 3-track, we can do it, and some people are brave enough to do it, but most people always cut from a 2-track analog. Like cutting directly from 3-track. We did that on Kind of Blue. I had to convince them, listen, I know you don't want to send out your masters, and I understand that.
Right.
But if you make me a 2-track from the 3, you still keep your master, nothing can happen to it. And I have a master. And also the mastering, he barely did an EQ. I mean, basically what you're hearing is the tape. A lot of times
Amazing.
with records, we have to EQ it, and
Right.
but you know, when you don't have to EQ it, you really can't get better than that. That means they did a really good job to begin with. And when you are mastering, you're improving something, but you're losing something else. But when you don't have to touch it, you didn't lose.
Right,
you didn't mess with it at all.
Yeah.
And most of that is un-EQ'd. Now you do have to do something. The trumpet is very hard to cut.
Right.
So a lot of pressure, a lot of energy. So you have to limit, like when the trumpet, other than that, there's hardly any EQ on it. So you couldn't be getting closer to the master tape. I'll never regret or think that I didn't do the best job possible, or I cheaped out in any way on this particular item.
Yeah. Well, it definitely shows.
The state was very, very pleased.
Oh, that's what a higher, you know, there's not a higher compliment than that right there.
You know, there's a lot of things that hurdles we had to create the ultimate. It took extra work and money and thought and negotiating and asking.
So from conception to realization, holding that first copy in your hands, how long did that take?
I don't think it took over a year, which in a way might seem long, but
I mean, that seems pretty quick considering this wasn't like a reissue.
right.
You know, this was creating something new of something old and paying homage to what already exists. You know, I think it's fairly unique in that sense.
We've sold over 13,000 of them. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you know, that's almost platinum
These days, right?
these days, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was thrilled that this existed. I couldn't wait to play it. What was it like for you the first time you dropped that needle?
We were pleased.
Yeah,
we were pleased. You know, like I said, the best thing in life is to hear your favorite record or something sound so good. And
yeah,
Matt did a wonderful job. Vic Anasini and Steve Berkowitz did a wonderful job mixing it. Matt did a good job cutting it. Of course, Quality Record Presses did a job plating it. James Wolfe did a great job with the artwork.
Yeah.
And Stoughton did a great job on the jacket, and Ashley Kahn did a great job on the line. I mean, we want everything to be at its absolute best.
Having done this project, do you foresee yourself making something else? Like, is there one in the works? And are you open to doing something similar in the future?
Well, I'm open to doing something in the future, but you know, if there's a lot of things that significant sitting around waiting to be done, I would be surprised. Right. You know what I mean? Most of the time, the major labels, they have teams that work there, and all they're doing is trying to think of ways to repackage or to make something sellable. And that's really not my main job. I don't see a lot of this happening.
Gotcha.
And I don't, even though I have high expectations of myself and my company, I don't know that. I mean, I hope there is, but it's not really something that it's just going to have to happen, or you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
As a collector, as a music lover, as someone who enjoys vinyl and this sextet, thank you so much for making this happen and doing it in a way that does this music justice, and it sits beautifully next to my copy of Kind of Blue, so thank you.
Well, no, I appreciate it. Now you got all 9 songs that they did together.
Right.
This super group. It's nice to have, you know, and I appreciate you saying that.
Thank you so much for hanging out and answering all these questions.
All right,
really
dude.
appreciate
man.
it.
I like the whole scene, man. Is really sets you in the vibe. It's very, you know, it brings you back to a time, man, a simpler time that, you know, I bought a mid-century modern house, and I'm, you know, buying all the, you know, Herman Miller, the Flat Edge, George Nelson stuff.
Beautiful. Oh, that sounds great. All right. Well, definitely subscribe to their channel.
Yeah, it's Acoustic Sounds. And then also we have an email newsletter where we email like all the titles, what's coming out. So you can subscribe to the email newsletter.
Pre-order.
Yeah, pre-order.
Okay.
And then also the YouTube. So to get all the information, you do both, and you know, you're really up to date. If you want to know about the latest releases, what's just coming out, this, that, and the other.
Well, again, thank you for coming on by. I really appreciate it. Learned a lot.
All right, thank you, man.
This was such a great experience. I love this record. And for all of you watching, definitely check out this album if you haven't already. If you're a fan of Kind of Blue, you're really going to dig the sound on this record. And the work that they did to create this release is just top notch. So if you end up picking it up on vinyl, you're not going to be disappointed. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. I'm your Vinyl Geek, and I'll catch you on the flip side.